Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the SmackDown Hotel, right here on the Upper Tier YouTube channel. It's Royal Rumble Day, one of the most anticipated days of the entire wrestling calendar. And Emma and Keith will know this. Noel sent a text into the group earlier on, and that group was us, obviously. But that text message was, "Are we feeling a bit excited?" And no, no is the quick answer. I'm just moany today, so you'll have to forgive me. I thought
Same.
SmackDown was a bit lackluster. We'll get through that. And listen, if Paul Levesque doesn't deliver a new era tonight, there's going to be murder on the watch along. And look, I'm not even messing. Everybody's going to get it. I'm going to make 5 enemies by the time I come off of this watch along. I'll probably get kicked out of the WhatsApp chat. Anyway, welcome back to the show. None of my grievances. Just before we get into SmackDown, Anto, good to see you, man. I got your text message earlier on. That looks smashing, man. I think Anto's definitely gonna have a good time watching the Royal Rumble later on. And we have Dara 17 in. As always, absolute pleasure to have you in. Um Look, we have a watch along in the next hour, so we better get we better get stuck into this. So look, the last few weeks SmackDown has been really good. Ever since SmackDown went 3 hours, I think we're all agreed that SmackDown in itself was really good. In my opinion, this SmackDown didn't deliver. There were some good moments, but in my opinion, a lot of filler. In saying that, last week's SmackDown I thought was good and it had a similar enough start. There was only, I think the first match happened after about 40 minutes and a similar start to this. So we started off with my guy, Cody Rhodes. I was delighted to see him come out. I was like, here we go. This is going to be great. I'll touch on it in a sec. Emma, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, to have Cody open, I think was the right thing because he's such a face in the company, and it's good for the crowd to see him because he's a great opener. He's great on the mic. He's
Yeah.
got a lot going on. Why not? And then of course we have RKO. My house was very happy,
Your
very
sister's
very
favorite?
happy, very happy to see. So yeah, I mean, Keith, what do you think of it as well?
Yeah, I thought it was the right decision to start. All the big stars came out first. I was surprised to see the Vision. To be honest with you, I didn't know if we'll see them or not because it was on SmackDown. But my gripe is, I think it lasted for like 40 minutes or something. Did it? The promo,
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Like that's a lot.
But
Like
listen, it's not as bad as Triple H's inductee speech. Let's be thankful of that.
yeah, well, that was
Come
what, an
here.
hour or something and a bit.
I
But like that's my gripe. They could have easily done it for like 20 minutes, have a match then. I think they need to give the matches more time than and just minimize the promos a bit and stop giving promos for 4 minutes because a lot of people don't have the attention span for that.
Well, I don't know. I think it depends, Keith. I think I would kind of agree with you, but I also think as well we watch wrestling for wrestling, right? Now I know, look, we all enjoy the drama. I love the backstage stuff, and I put out a short earlier on about goofy wrestling for life. Thank you, Simon Miller. Watch what culture, because I thought Santino Marella should have won the Rumble in 2011 because I was talking about what ifs. My thing was they may as well have sent Teddy Long out because player. Everybody in the ring. You against you four against you. And I was like, oh, Jesus, are we at that again? And then they go on later on to repeat it in the show. Look, as an opening, it was all right. I think it was a bit electrifying, in my opinion. It was cool to see everybody. But I have to say, and I said it last week, we're approaching the most anticipated event of the year, in my opinion. WrestleMania probably takes that crown. But Royal Rumble, it's very close to that. And I don't feel like it's Royal Rumble Day. You know what I mean? Like
The
it's
build
not.
up
It's like
to WrestleMania is always special, but it hasn't really felt special.
I have a theory on that.
No pun intended.
Rob. Well, I said that to you last week when you had 5 theories. My theory is, if you remember, we went through a stage last year. Emma, I think you just joined the podcast at the stage, and what happened
Probably.
was, it was literally every time you turned around, there was another pay-per-view. There was another special.
Yeah.
Quick, AEW has a pay-per-view. WrestlePalooza, boom, throw it in there, right? All that stuff. Brock Lesnar, throw it all in there. Point is, every time you turn around, and Tony Bleeding Can didn't help with, this week's Dynamite is another special one. Can we just have a normal Dynamite, Tony? That's for you. That's for you, Dave. But I think when you have so much of that, it kind of takes away from the special ones. In saying that, the Royal Rumble should be, I should be buzzing for this, and I am buzzing for it, but I'm buzzing because I'm going to be watching it with my friends live right here on the upper tier channel. We should be live by about 6:45, and that's what I'm buzzing about. I'm not so much buzzing about the event, but as always, and like I said to Keith and Emma before this, I like when wrestlers prove me wrong.
Well,
I
here's a
like when
question
wrestlers.
for you, Brent. If you didn't know the outcome of what happened with the leaks, let's just say you didn't know about Roman, you didn't know about, say, if it's Liv or Bianca winning, would you have enjoyed it a bit more tonight if you didn't know the outcome?
Well, the answer is yes, Keith.
Yeah.
And like
It's just
good
spoilers
question.
that have ruined it for you.
But it's not just look. One leak is fine, but 6 months of leaks. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and I'm not too happy with it. But look, I think we can all agree it was cool to see everybody out there. Everybody looked deadly, and that was okay. I don't want to come across as Nelly negative here, but I just thought, yeah, look, it was a cool opening. Like you said, went on a bit long. Emma, did you think it went on a bit long yourself? I mean, or were you kind of like, you know what, I'm really invested in this?
I think, like, part of me didn't mind it just because, you know what? Probably the crowd's first time. Maybe they want to, an extra long opening, get them reeled in or something. But at the same time, when we're watching it, it's like, nah. And then the Vision come out. I'm just not a fan of the Vision. I'm really not. But like then the Vision coming out. Also, I saw this thing. Did you? I don't think I sent to the group chat, but Randy Orton, they had to like fill in the sounds of people cheering.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They had the pipes because they had them years ago, and they had the pipes and So when people were singing along to the song,
it's not
like,
them. It was just already recorded.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
There's a whole video. Some fella was there and he was like recording, and it was just boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bit. Let's see how the Rumble goes. Let's just see how the Rumble goes. We move on to the United States Championship match. Ray Phoenix. I was watching the watch along. I wasn't on the SmackDown watch along last night. There were some wild guesses about who was going to come out, but inevitably it was Ray Phoenix. No complaints here. We got a very entertaining wrestling match between two lads that can go at it. Carmelo Hayes comes out on top, and in my opinion, in terms of overall match quality, without adding bells and whistles, this is why I watch wrestling. What did you think?
Tremendous. Yeah, that was a great match. Probably the best match of the night.
It was brilliant to see Ray Phoenix as well because I haven't seen him as much, and he's such a great talent. So honestly, probably was the match of the night. Yeah.
I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was spot on. We do see Dragunov later on, which I'm a bit pissed off with that. Can I just quickly touch on the backstage segment with R-Truth, one of my boys, right? I just want to put this out there. Can we stop making jokes about balls? I don't care. This isn't a schoolyard anymore. Oh, I got my balls in your hand. So what? We're not juveniles. This isn't school anymore. This isn't the bleeding schoolyard.
Brent wants balls in his hands.
No, don't you even start that. But the point is, you did.
No judgment.
But the point is, that segment was just thrown in there, and then Keith, you're not gonna like this. I'm gonna say it. I put it in the chat last night, and I'm gonna put it to you because you're an Undertaker guy. Because Damian Priest came in, and I put into the chat last night. It looks like he's gone from his Ministry of Darkness era to his American Badass era. He comes in dressed like a biker. Come on, Keith. Come on, this.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Emma, as well? You see that?
It's so obvious now. It's like Damien, come on.
Oh my! He was just short Kid Rock, American Badass. They call me Cow.
Look, I'm a big fan of Priest. I like Priest a lot, but if he's getting, he must be doing this on purpose. If he knows people are slagging him or something.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you see him dressed up as Spider-Man?
That was class. That was hilarious.
That's his party trick. Apparently, he does that on like most flights. They get a few drinks on them. and he brings this Spider-Man costume. I've heard this before, and he
Okay.
walks it. Yeah. This isn't a new thing. This is not a new thing. Before we go
Can
any
I just
further,
say one thing? The highlight of the whole show for me was Trick Williams' interview. I
Yeah,
loved that interview.
that
did
was
you?
insane.
I loved it. It was the highlight for me. I loved his interview.
Isn't he? He's so special. Like I
Yeah.
say it every week. He's so special. There's
Mhm.
just something about him. I'm more excited. People are making comparisons to Trick Williams. There's in my opinion, there's no comparisons. I
He does
know
remind me
people
of Booker T slightly. He does.
like fair enough, but I just think he's in a league of his own. I think if Trick Williams keeps going the way he's going with the connection that he has with the crowd, I've no doubt in my mind that Trick Williams is the man in the future. And Keith, I'll remind you as well, and you are right too. You brought up a subject a few months ago about being concerned about the general age of the wrestlers. But ever since you said that, they must have heard you, Keith. And maybe you've noticed as well, Emma. Ever since he said that, the 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 groundswell of talent is ridiculous.
It's gone
No concern
insane.
at all.
I think they've
Like,
done a tremendous job bringing in the talent that they needed to bring in for SmackDown because SmackDown needed that burst of energy and burst of injection, to be honest with you. Because before they brought Trick Williams in and Jordan Grace and all that, it's been flat as a doornail, to be quite honest with you. Like, it's just, it hasn't been great,
I
SmackDown,
I'm
until they
ex-
brought these in.
we'll get to Jordan Grace in a minute. I'm so bloody excited. I hope she gets the title soon. Before we do, hello Sharon, good to see you. Sharon, looking forward to talking to you throughout the show and throughout the watch along if you're about. The stadium is absolutely amazing for 30 days. That's some stadium, isn't it? That is some stadium. Like they built it like it was something out of IKEA, but it just
I was
looks
talking to Dave.
spectacular.
Apparently, it holds about 28,000 or something like that. That's not bad for like a stadium. It's only built like a
It,
month ago.
it's how it cosmetically comes across on screen. It was tremendous last night,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to it tonight now. Is the leak of Braun Breaker number one? Brilliant, right. So Anto sent me the screenshot, and I think you was seen it on the watch along last night. Braun Breaker's number one in the Rumble. He's coming out to number one. Anto, my thing on that is A, they could change it. B, they probably won't because they're called WW Leak. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be called WWE anymore. It should be called WW Leak. That sounds weird. That sounds like I'm saying do leak. I'm going to stop saying that. Anyway, point I'm trying to get at is it something that's is he playing with fans? Maybe. But here, listen, I say bring out Braun Breaker first. I say have Braun Breaker go through tons of them. Have a Obafemi come out. Obafemi knock him about for a little bit, and then let Obafemi go through a few more. I made a point earlier on one of the shorts. There's so. Here's why I'm frustrated with WWE at the moment. Like we just mentioned two things. Imagine we were sitting in a room and we got to write the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? The possibilities that they could do.
We would do a banger Royal Rumble if all of us sat
Of,
in a room. It would
of course.
be.
Like,
Because
Brent, I would have Braun Breaker win it. And then I know you wouldn't be happy with this, Emma, but I would have Roxanne Perez win it.
Yeah. I'd love Roxanne to win it.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think the women's Royal Rumble is going to be better than the men's. I think they're going to blow it out of the water. I'm so excited about it, and it's not unusual for the women Royal Rumble to upstage the men's either. You know what I mean? So I'm more excited about that. Chances are the women's Royal Rumble is going to open, so I'm very much looking forward to it.
No, it's not. It's Drew. It's Drew and Sammy. Apparently, that's open.
Why does one of them want to go home early or something like that?
I don't know. Dave apparently found a leak for it of what the schedule is going to be for tonight.
Oh, come here, because I want to know who's going to win the Rumbles like yesterday, right? So that's the part that I'm a little bit like I'm building myself up to be disappointed, but we'll see what happens. Speaking of interviews, just before we do, we'll bring in Sharon. I don't believe that for a minute that Triple H is playing with the fan, Sharon, or that Braun Breaker's coming out first. We'll stay on interviews. Drew McIntyre was interviewed by Kathy. Do you think Drew McIntyre is just going to batter Sammy tonight? Just give him an utter hiding and just fly through him? Do you think it's going to be competitive? And in fact, if it's all right, I'll take you as predictions now. Emma, fire away.
Listen, my prediction's far-fetched, but put me in that creative room. basically, I think, right, here's my prediction. Now, it's not going to happen, but I'm lighting a candle. I'm going to the church and I'm lighting the candle. Sami Zayn loses. You've seen all the edits on social media about Sami needing this. He wants this. He loses. Oh no, what's he going to do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 30. Who is it? Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble. Can you imagine the group chat?
I can imagine probably me and you getting kicked out of the group chat
We get kicked
because
out.
we've been flying the Sami Zayn flag for the last few months. And look, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would love Sami. That's brilliant, by the way. I'd love that to happen. Keith, on that, what say you?
Depends on how much time they have to be given, because the 2 Royal Rumbles are going to be an hour long. So that's 2
Well-
hours to take in.
But what I'm asking you is, what would you think if that happened?
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the match itself. Sorry. No, I don't see Sami winning. I think it's going to be Roman, to be honest. But if he does win it, look, you won't be seeing Niall for 6 months.
Well, we're gonna have to, because I crumble under the pressure of doing the main show. So we're gonna have to, or else we're gonna have to tag in Dave. Otherwise, it's gonna be stuttering Steve over here. Welcome to the show. That was way too quick, Keith. That was way too quick. Wowzers. Let's talk about the women. Charlotte and Alexa had a bit of a promo, right? So there's a couple of things that we'll undress here. Terrible choice of words. But there's a couple of things that we'll talk about here as regarding to the women, right? So the Judgment Day dressed like the female wrestlers dressed like Power Rangers, obviously.
Don't get me started.
I'm not going to get you started. I am going to say something that you brought to the attention in the chat, just to throw out there, right? That the women have to pay for their own gear. Now, the men have to do that as well. But I suppose the argument is that the women have to do a complete change. The men don't. The men can walk out in G-strings if they want, and the women have to cover up. Now, look, it's a cultural thing. We understand that. But I suppose if I'm in charge and I'm WWE, I'm saying, listen, do you know what? We'll cover you this time. We're gonna make 50 billion on this deal. We'll cover you this time. Give us your receipts and we'll reimburse you. You know what I mean? But what did you think overall of A, the promo, and B, the Teddy Long bit? hey, player, all you in a match. What did you think of it? Keith, I'll start with you. We start with Emma last time. So
they're teasing the both of them to break up eventually. That's why it came across to me, to be honest with you, Alexa and Charlotte. Right. Just the way they were chatting to each other, it sounded like they're like teasing a breakup in the near future. I thought it was all right, to be honest with you. It wasn't my favorite to watch, but yeah, that's all I really got from it, really.
What about yourself, Emma? Like, in terms of A, promo, B, do you agree with Keith, and C, what did you think of the match?
Yeah, no, the match was okay. It wasn't like, nothing majorly bad, or it was a good match.
Yeah,
but
chaotic ending.
Yeah, but they're definitely breaking up. The two, definitely. There's definitely going to be something, and I'm telling you this now. Oh my god, I sound like my nanny or something. But listen, when Roxanne and Liv came out and they were dressed kind of similar, and then Raquel's there just in all black, I was like, Raquel, please win the Rumble. Please.
Again, I know the lads had argued, Emma, that it's probably a bit too early for her, but I disagree.
I disagree.
I think that one of the big problems with WWE at the moment is knowing when to pull the trigger. So too late, too little. I would rather, it's one of those things where it's like, you know what, take the chance on somebody. And if it doesn't go right, it doesn't go right, as opposed to basically, it's like, yeah, and then spoof. LA Knight's a great example.
I wouldn't be opposed to LA Knight winning, to be honest with you.
I was actually thinking that. See, me and my family, we all do, for each WrestleMania, we do like different bets that we have. So we'll do a predicted, and then we have a wild card section. So it could be like Chris Jericho returning, Paige returning. And I think my mom and my sister have LA Knight to win, the both of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to him winning, to be honest.
Listen, it would be something different, and it would be good, and it would be unpredictable, and obviously we wouldn't have seen it coming. And it's like, yeah, do you know what?
Well, I don't get the reasoning. If it is Roman winning, what's the reasoning for it? He doesn't need it.
Because he's a safe bet, and he's a draw. So it comes down to money, in my opinion.
I would rather give it to Braun Breaker. He's hot at the moment. Like they built up a lot with him. over the last
One
few months.
100%. I totally agree with you. But again, WWE doesn't they don't take chances anymore. Whereas I'd be, it was like I said earlier on. When I'll in 2011, I'll bring it up again. I'm going to beat the dead horse. When Alberto, I learned how to talk first on
Alberto.
Smack. Alberto Del Rio won the Royal Rumble in 2011. I think an audible should have been called as soon as Santino hit the ring, and that crowd went mental. And I think Santino should have won that Royal Rumble. And
Yeah.
I think, hey, give Santino that belt as well, because I think he could have developed as a character. He's also legit. Like Santino's is legit. He runs an MMA
But
gym.
it's
He's all
also
of
as
that.
well then 20 was it 2014 when Roman was super hot and he ended up giving it to Batista.
Well, I mean,
You know.
there was a lot going on there, Keith. I mean, you say
but
Roman wasn't hot in 2013. He was being forced down everybody's
14,
throat.
wasn't it?
Well,
14.
we were told Roman was hot, and we were told Roman's the big thing, and he wasn't at the time. I wouldn't have hung me coat on him, let alone me faith at the time.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
then
mean?
they gave it to him the following year and he hated it. The fans hated it.
Of course,
mean-
but
You know.
you liked it, did you?
I just had a fat crush on him, to be honest.
Wowzers! Alrighty. Who doesn't? Who
Uh,
doesn't?
I'm telling you guys.
Roman Reigns has been on this TV screen, and there's been certain people in this house that have stopped and stared for a few minutes, and I was kind of like, okay, all right. Drew McIntyre as well, apparently.
My
And
mom.
guess who's?
Yeah, my mom
Your
loves
m-
Jey Uso.
I was like, your mom hasn't been in this house. What are you doing here, Emma's mum?
Mom, come on.
Right, before we go any further, what I'll do is I'll take a few comments because they're actually coming in fast and quick. I'm in work at 8, says Sharon, so I'm raging. I'll only be able to listen. You listen to us, we'll take you through it, Sharon. That's no problem at all. I said Breaker to win all along. I changed it for the video because I think Theory's going to turn and dump out Breaker.
Woo,
Wow. What a take from Anto. Quality. Sharon's in. Emma, have to say exactly what I was thinking about Sammy. Who knows? Who knows? Keep your
But-
eyes on the screen.
Now that Anto said about Theory, that would be an insane push for Theory.
But
That
I suppose what they're talking about now is, and actually I put a video into the WhatsApp group where you're on. Seth Rollins looked at the camera. He said, "Listen, this is not a lie." And we're like, "Okay, Seth, you're
Mhm.
definitely injured still." But he's sworn he's not coming back. He's sworn. But the idea was that maybe he shows his face, and basically that pulls the trigger on Theory. Now, Noel said something interesting earlier on about Logan Paul turning. Logan Paul could say, "Hey, this is my moment, actually." So, and Emma, you said something earlier on about division and not feeling too confident in them. I think I've been fairly consistent in saying division have a bad foundation, in my opinion,
but
and they haven't been able to come back from it since.
and that's the thing. I think it's just because as well they have Bronson Reed. It's almost like they have to be scary, and there's no doubt about it that Bronson Reed is talented. I think his match with Roman Reigns really kind of let the audience just was like, yeah, no, he's not too bad, okay, but he's not scary. If it was Jacob Fatu, yeah, okay. But he's not that scary. Braun Breaker, everyone's talking about get him away from the vision. Logan Paul's just
100%.
hated. Austin Theory,
100%.
I don't know.
But I actually just and you're dead right in your assessment, in my opinion. But I think Logan Paul he's just a future bad guy. Acers has just come in with a whopper thing. Acers, I hope this is true. I hope it's true. It would be good to see. Imagine Wade Barrett's in there, and then Ryback comes out.
Actually, I have a bit of a
Mhm.
surprise one for tonight. I think Sheamus might make a return tonight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. To be honest, I thought you were going to say Shane McMahon. I was like,
Here
do you
comes-
know this? Do you know
No.
this? I heard he worked for AEW, but I'll touch on that another time. There was a money amount spoken to about to let Royal Rumble. There was a money amount spoken about to let Royal Rumble win. To let Roman win the Rumble. I'm gonna calm down before the next show because I am rumbling my words again. Anto's back in 6 months ago. I seen a post. Elon will give WWE money if Roman gets back to the top, and signs are still pointing that the rumor is Elon's gonna buy WWE from TKO.
Fuck no.
I hope not. I hope not. Acers, could you imagine if Adam Pearce came out too? Yes. Adam Pearce, and they
I'll
Nick
wear my
Aldis,
next t-shirt tonight.
bring them all in. Austin Theory to win the Rumble, says Dave. Dave, do you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to that. I just don't think he's a strong enough contender. He doesn't feel strong enough to me. You may, like I said last week, you may as well throw out Justin Timberlake out there. I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I heard Justin Timberlake has put on some muscle.
Got to
Um,
know, but I don't
but there
mind.
you go. What's up, peeps? The countdown has begun. Yes, Noel, it has, and we're gonna talk about the watch along now in a few minutes. Before we do, what are you laughing at?
That.
Shut up, Bren. Yeah, all right, Dave. Come here and I tell you. Shut up, you.
You know what I missed on SmackDown this week? Who I missed, actually?
Yeah.
Kit Wilson. Mm-mm. Oh, my laptop.
He's not there. He's not there, though, is he? He's not there at all. Kit Wilson's is. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's there because he sent a video of him and his cat just hanging and asking people to do a TikTok dance. Yeah, see if you can find out what the crack is. Jordan Grace, the woman who I
He's
hope
in
wins
it.
He's in it. I'm delighted for him. I'm hoping Jordan Grace wins the Royal Rumble. She's my outside pick. I would love Jordan Grace to win the Royal Rumble. Jordan got a bit of a hiding from Jade Cargill. That match has to be coming up come hell or high water. It's probably going to come up to the Elimination Chamber. I want to see Jordan Grace win that belt. What say you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You with us, Keith? Because I know you
Yeah.
can be fairly opinionated on the women, and basically, genuinely, I know you've got your favorites and stuff like that. What do you think of Jordan Grace?
I like her. I think she's good. I think she's a good fit for the brand. I don't want you on Jade to hold that title anymore. She doesn't. She's too early, to be honest.
Well, the mistake happened next. This is where they announced Jordan Axiom's entrance, where they announced Braun Breaker is going to be number 1. So, to avoid any mispronunciations, Keith, we'll just call him Johnny G. All right? Keith had a bit of trouble last night. And to be honest, why do you think I keep calling him Johnny G? 2 reasons. Firstly, I have trouble with the second name. I know it's a very straightforward, but also one of my close friends lives in Australia. Shout out to Johnny G. Look, I hope to Jesus that this match, that this feud between Axiom and Johnny G is over. All right of a match. What did we think? Did we like it? Was it all right? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright.
It's decent. It's all right.
We leave it there. So
Yeah.
we go straight on to AJ Styles promo. I thought this was paint by numbers. I will say this. I'm a little bit mystified by what's going to happen tonight.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh, stop, I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry.
Well, Emma, there's rumours now going around, and maybe this is by design, that he's actually staying on in the WWE and that he's going to win tonight.
I heard a rumor about this that he might stay on, but he might have a triple threat match with Finn and CM Punk at WrestleMania.
We'll see what happens.
Ooh,
But
now you're
the
cooking.
promo, 100%, and the promo itself was very paint by numbers. There's nothing too spectacular about it. One of the things that I'm interested in, and I know I shouldn't be, I've no business being interested in this, is Tama Tonga approaching Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought this was cool. I'm into this.
I love this.
I'm into this. I'm down with this.
When Shinsuke came on the screen, I kid you not, I was in the sitting room, and my brother loves Shinsuke as well, and my sister does, and we all were just quiet, waiting for him to talk. Like, I'm so excited for this match. I'm buzzing.
He's so cool. He's so cool. What did you think, Keith?
Yeah, it's okay.
It was all right. It was electric. It was absolutely electric. The way he just stands there and the way he looks, and it's just brilliant. I think they're gonna have a match next week. We'll see what happens. But one of the low points for me, I like Dragunov, but I really just desperately want to see the Miz win a match, and I want to see.
I had a conversation with Niall about this, and Niall was in the same agreement with me. I can't connect with him at all.
Who? The Miz?
No. Dragunov. I can't connect with him. He's good.
Deadly.
He's good in the ring. It's just that outside of it, I can't connect with him. Don't know what it is.
No, Niall, I cannot tell you what Shinsuke said, but that's how good Shinsuke is. I don't have to know what he said. It's just what he brings, and when you can do that, when you can communicate that way, it's. I did actually read what he said earlier on, but I forget what it is now, which is shit on my part, really. The Dragunov thing, I don't know. I really like Dragunov. That sounded like a Father Ted character. I really like bananas. But
I heard you're a
I
Dragon
do.
fan now.
Should we all be dragging off fans, Father? No, look, I'm a big fan, but I do think the Miz is in line for a win. I don't think it would have worked Dragon off to lose to the Miz. So look, we'll see. The match, the match itself was all right, but I just would have liked to see the Miz win. That's my feelings on it. Did you like it?
It was
Good
good.
match. Good, yeah. Yeah. Not much to say,
Really?
but it's good.
We leave it there. But that's the thing about SmackDown. It was good. Not much to say about it. That's how good SmackDown was this week, which in my opinion wasn't very good. So it turns out now the big problem, the feud that just won't end. I believe it's been going on since 1985, the year I
Yeah,
was
Brian, I
born.
wanted to touch base on you with this. When is this going to end? Because this
Wyatt
is
6 and the MFTs.
Don't even.
So one of the things to come out of this, though, to be fair, is that we know Solo is not going to be the one defending the title. It's going to be the boys, right? Cool, no problem. It'll be a Freebirds rule. But now the feud is over a lamp. Now, I believe Best Buy sell similar lamps to that. Like it's ridiculous. The sentiment isn't there. I'm not connecting with this at all. This feud should have been shot in the head 5 weeks ago. The fact that it's still going is disgraceful.
Do you know what, Brent? I had this discussion with Dave, and I actually agree with him. I think Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, if they went down their separate ways, a tag team, and they had like a serial killer vibe to it or something, do you know, like, because they have, I'm not saying it in that way, but you know what I mean? Like, they have that look, but they're really cool looking. I think they'd be a really cool tag team if they went their separate ways.
Sounds like I should get the police to check your back garden, Keith.
You should, but it's dark, so no one find anything.
Come here, main event. What did you think of the main event? Obviously they did the ending that I thought they were going to do with Raw, which they didn't, and actually Raw was better this week. Main event was a bit mad. I thought Cody running down at the start was a good touch, just like he's really wants to get in there.
Like a Stone Cold thing it was to me. Felt like a Stone Cold thing.
Yeah.
You're dead, Roy. You're dead, Roy. I love that. Bring that energy to the Royal Rumble thing for me, will you? You're dead, Roy. Cody Rhodes is up there with Steve Austin. I love that.
No, he's not up there with Steve Austin.
No, you said it. You said it.
No,
hang on, Keith.
No.
The beauty of this is I can rewind this on YouTube in the next 5 minutes, clip it, and stick it on the TikTok.
The way he booked it was like a Stone Cold thing. Yeah,
come here. What did you think? Emma? What did you think of the end of SmackDown?
I mean, the end again. It was just. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like, oh, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was good. I wasn't invested. You know, like I was just like, yeah, that's good. Okay, time for bed. I hope the Rumble is actually good this year. What do you think?
It was missable. You didn't necessarily have to watch SmackDown to. And normally, like back in the day, you'd be like, yes, I'm buzzing for this. And like I said, Niall put a text into the group earlier on, and I got to be honest, I'm not too excited about it. So, look, I thought it was all right. I am looking forward to watching the watch along with my friends. We're all friends here. So predictions. What do we think? Royal Rumble. In the next 45 minutes, we will be live right here on the upper tier, and we'll go through the comments before we close out. What do we think? Emma, like this is it, your final picks. Women's Royal Rumble, men's Royal Rumble. That's all. We'll just do the two of them, and we'll do the predictions of the other things on the watch along.
Mine's really far-fetched, but you know what? I'm putting it out there. Finn Balor, if you're listening, Fergal Devitt, win that men's Royal Rumble. And then Roxanne Perez or Jordan Grace, I hope you win the women's Royal Rumble.
Keith, talk to me.
Just the Royal
interesting,
Rumble, is it? I would love it was Roxanne Perez because I'm a big fan of hers, but I think it's going to be Liv Morgan. And then I also think it's going to be Roman Reigns, unfortunately.
Right. Well, I agree. I think Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns is going to win. I think that's the predictability to it. Look, I'm delighted for Liv Morgan, to be fair. Like that, I predict the women's Royal Rumble will be better. I am hoping to see Chris Jericho come back tonight. If Chris Jericho doesn't come back tonight, I'll be breaking Triple H's wall down.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you think if Liv Morgan wins it, she could eliminate one of the Judgment Day, like either Raquel or Roxanne, and that could start something?
I hope to God.
That'd be great.
Want to be starting something. Absolutely, I do. And I want to see that happening. So
I'd love that.
We'll see what happens. Like that, I do think it's going to go down to predictable role. Ideally, I'd love to see Breaker win or a nice little surprise in the men's. Like that, Balor would be nice to win.
Do you think
And
we'll
I
get Jericho tonight before we end it? Do you think it's definitely happening tonight?
Do you know what?
I'd rather Jeff Hardy.
I wouldn't rule that out. I do think we're going to get Chris Jericho tonight because hey, listen, when Adam said we're going to break the walls down, and then he says, "Oh, well, you didn't know that's what that meant. Have you not watched wrestling for 20 fucking years?" When he said that, I was like, "Piss off."
Yeah,
Jericho better be back. He better be back tonight. And like that, Dara is in agreement with you. Wants Finn Balor to win the Rumble. Dave's in. You big dope. You cry baby. Wah, wah, wah. Dave, I'm going to be in touch with you in the next 45 minutes. We're going to be live on the screen. And see those new glasses? I'm going to shove them down your throat. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, big.
Big cabbage.
You better believe it. Right. Kit Wilson. Uh-oh. Niall says Kit Wilson is Sunday night. He has standards. Niall, I disagree with you, man. I think there's potential there. I do.
Niall, you're toxic. You cannot be toxic. Wait,
Dave,
wait.
You need. Hold on. Ando's in. Dave, do you know what?
Hey, Kit, are you there? Oh, God.
Emma, we're going to get pulled off. You can't say that out loud. We'll get pulled off. I think we have about 10 seconds. We're good. Ando, I agree with you. Dave does need to come up with new material, you big dope. Thank you, Wanto. Dave has retaliated. Wow. Dave, the fact that you got so close to even indicate that you could potentially know that is frightening. Get out of Anto's bushes, firstly. And secondly, I hugged the man last week, and that man smells glorious. So don't even go there, Dave. I was with Anto last week. Can anybody tell me what Shinsuke said? Yes, we don't need it. Who could be opposed to AJ Punk Finn? Thank you, Sharon.
That's another one. Is AJ Lee going to come back tonight? Because when the hell is she coming back?
AJ Lee is coming back tonight.
Actually, do you know what I really want to say? And I'm going to say it now. I want to see AJ Lee and Paige together in the ring tonight if Paige comes back.
Girl, you read my mind.
Keith, I've no time for Paige.
I like Paige.
I like her.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm back. Bad matches. Shit creative. See you later.
Bella come back.
But you know what? You're dead right. I'll take that one in the chin. Bren, I'm not opposed to anything. I know you're not, Niall. I'm only messing. Solo is the man. He's all right, Niall. I think they need... Niall, I believe it was my idea. I believe I was the one that said they just need to let Solo kind of lean into himself more. That was my idea. I believe I said it live on the upper tier. And that was in. You see, Dave, new slagons are good. I'll talk to you later when you finish licking the windows. Wowzers! It's kicking off. Anto, fair play to you. Do you know what? Fair play to you, my man. That was a lamp. You mean lantern. They robbed the spirit of Bray Wyatt. Fair enough. I did. Yeah, you're dead right. And then Anto's in. And you know what? That's a fitting way to end the show because SmackDown was a bit laughable this week. It wasn't great. It was very, there wasn't much to it. Now, before we finish up, first of all, it looks like my voice just broke. Hello, puberty.
Hello,
so, no, look, before we finish up, we've got the watch along for the Royal Rumble. Here's the thing with the watch alongs. Whether the Royal Rumble is good, bad, indifferent, predictable, it doesn't matter. The watch-alongs are always an absolute blast. I love doing them. Every bad event that we've watched together, when there's been a couple, it's just been a blast. So do join us on the Upper Tier YouTube channel. Join in on the chat. It's always great crack. And hopefully, Bren, me, is proven completely wrong. And hopefully Triple H is doing this to Bren. You know what I mean? Doubt it. I have a feeling Bren's going to be doing that all over Triple H at the end of the show. Keith, Emma, anything to add?
No, just looking forward to watching Royal Rumble in 45 minutes.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Samesies. It's going to be an absolute blast. Do join us. We should be on by 6:45 at the latest. Keep an eye on the channel. And also as well, there's some really, really good shorts dropped on the channel today. some really good predictions, some old familiar faces for those who've been watching the channel way back when. So do look and check out the shorts going forward. But we will see you in the next, I nearly said 45, in the next 30 minutes at the Royal Rumble. Normally, this is my time to say good night and God bless. Not right now. I'll see you in the next half an hour. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comments. See you all soon.
Bye.